Empress. Yeah, I'm so excited. So definitely did not plan to get these today, but I reunited with Afro Brazilian tarot deck. Um, so my original Afro Brazilian tarot deck was stolen from me. Okay, something could be significant about a Sagittarius Scorpio, somebody who's on the cusp of Sag and Scorpio, or something could be significant about a Sagittarius and or a Scorpio, right? So I was reflecting on how I posted that video yesterday about once you encounter demons or you're in the presence of a demon and you don't have any of your loved ones or anyone to your and you unlock one of the highest level, honestly, the highest level of courage and boldness. Once you discover how powerful you are, no matter your stature, no matter your age, no matter your, quote unquote, history of experience, okay? Um, More so, no matter your stature, no matter your age, no matter your gender, um, how as long as you have God, you have your faith in the divine, you're as powerful as an entire army, right? So yesterday, when I went to go get some food, there was this guy. He started working there recently. I'm familiar with him because I met him at this creators event, maybe about a year, maybe about 2 years, 2.5, 3 years ago. Maybe about 2 years. No, maybe about 2.5, 3 years ago. So he's a Scorpio, and he's a phenomenal artist for sure. That is somebody who paints. He um sews, like he makes quilts and stuff like that. He's like a legitimate artist. You know what I'm saying? Like of muses and things like that. Very talented individual, right? And so he's working at this place, and I asked him, so, how's the art going? Are you still creating? Um, Yada, yada, yada. And it really lit him up that I acknowledge him, for his art and everything. And he was like, yeah, still creating, things are going good. How you been? Now, the thing is, he started working there maybe about a month ago. And so we both recognize each other, but it's like it ain't nothing special, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't exactly acknowledge him, I guess in a way he was hoping to be acknowledged. But I did acknowledge him in regards to his art, right? And so I said that to say, he said, this is one of my latest creations, right? He showed me a painting, very detailed painting that he did. And it was a guy running away from a woman, a demon woman. It's so crazy. So he handed me his phone to show me the art piece, and I showed it to one of the other customers that were in line with me because she was asking me like, what kind of art does he do? So I just showed her the painting, and she was like, oh, it's the guy running away from the devil. So it was like pretty obvious, right? Like in this being, it was of course red, all his wild hair, in the sky, while a guy was running away from it, right? And there was all these like different illusions surrounding the demon, right? So he basically corrected her. It was like a demon woman, right? So I peeped the download, I peeped the message. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So somebody is currently navigating through some kind of storm, and it's crazy. Here's a woman in red, and so this could be a fire sign, um, or an air sign, but somebody is trying to escape um, a very, very toxic situation or dynamic right now. Now, considering the video that I just posted yesterday about once you're in the presence of demons and you conquer that demon without people to help you, you unlock like a whole nother power, right? Confirmation, right? So you guys, whoever this person is, or whoever these people are, where you were that person that was into, the taboo. You were into the underlying problems of things. You um, would approach things with the intent to actually come to some type of real resolve, something concrete. And, people would deflect from your offer that's actually of substance, in conversation, due to, I don't know, them wanting to, due to them being comfortable, okay, and whatever that discomfort was, or whatever they just allowed to become their norm. You could have triggered insecurities around intelligence or the lack thereof. Okay, so people could have tried to, um, like, make jokes around your intelligence or call you like a know-it-all. Or basically, this were all, reverse psychology attempts to silence you. Okay, make you feel basically silence. So you're a light being, right? And you're supposed to shine your light in whatever way that may be for you to shine your light. Okay. In this case, this is in regards to truth. You're speaking a truth, okay, in order to shine a light or be a guiding light out of some type of storm or conflict or away from a demonic dynamic. So now it's almost like somebody is witnessing you, and somebody witnessed you in a David and Goliath dynamic. And the people, the giants, so to speak, could have been people that they were associated with, or um, people that they had some type of fear of, or they felt inferior. And this is supposed to be somebody who appears, tough, appears macho, appears like they have, the tools and the equipment, to be able to uh, combat and conquer this giant in their life, right? Um, but maybe with the people that they had, okay, their army, okay, their fellow soldiers, or um, whatever they put their faith in, okay, to make them feel this false sense of empowerment or powerful, they realized that it didn't really hold any true weight, okay? It lacked substance, okay? It lacked impact, right? Or at least uh, they didn't know what to do with what they had, opposed to you making a lot out of a little type of energy. Y'all know David, all he had was like a slingshot and a rock, okay, while facing this giant. Um, so there's something about you tackling a giant in people's lives that, even though they appear to seem more tough than you, they appear to seem like they have more equipment, okay, more weaponry, more skill, and whatever they do, this still has something to do with their career path. This has something to do with what they do for work, okay, something that they've studied, whatever the case may be, right? However, in the face of the actual danger, these are people who kind of cowered out of their own battle, okay? And so they could have they could have put on this image that they were just as strong, they were as powerful, they believe in God, like you do, or whatever the case may be. But when it came down to the actual battle, these were people who kind of cowered out, moved out of the way, let you step in the way. Okay. Almost as if they wanted to see, or they wanted to challenge your faith. They want to challenge this so-called strong will, strong-minded energy you have, this strength that you have. Like, I don't know, it's given this energy of they wanted to call your bluff by putting you in their battle, putting you to face their giant, right? And I guess after you face this energy that they um, feel like they can't free themselves from or escape, I don't know if they thought they were going to see you also be binded by this same group or this environment or this culture. I don't know if they thought they were going to see you get eat up, okay, by their giant of choice, whatever giant is in their life. But these people watched you conquer their giants, and not just their giants, but the giants that were in your life as well. And a lot of the giants that you had to face weren't even your giants, like originally, like initially. These were other people's battles. Mind you, David, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily David's fight, okay? It wasn't necessarily his fight. You got all this army of men, okay? You know, supposed to be facing, combating this giant, and David kind of just rattled along. And he was kind of like the newbie, okay? He's young and everything, small statured, whatever. He did was use a slingshot and a rock and defeated that giant. While all these grown ass men, you know, all these people that's supposed to be well trained and skilled, they cowered, okay, when it was time to go to battle. Like when it was time to show and prove, they weren't able to show and prove. So I'm telling you, so somebody could definitely be using your fact that you overcame these people or this giant in their path, seemingly by yourself, but not really by yourself with the divine. So, excuse me, somebody, it was proven basically, whatever this toxic cycle was, or several toxic cycles, this could just be throughout your journey, it was always proven that there's something powerful backing you. Like, yeah, you got five of cups here and the six of wands. So this is even giving somebody could have felt like you were bragging about your story. So I'm thinking about how I'm thinking about Jasmine Sullivan's song, I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of loving you. Was it David? Who was it in the Bible that slayed that had a fight against wolves and to protect the sheep and different things like that, and then they had to face a bigger battle. I think that could be like I can't remember exactly who it was, but maybe you sharing your past experiences with these people from your past or a particular person, um maybe these people felt like you were kind of hyping yourself up a little too much, or I don't know, like there was some type of doubt in your story, okay? Your past challenges or trials and tribulations where people was trying to, or this person was trying to make it seem like um, you you must have done something for you to even be facing that situation. So, for example, like you're a shepherd and you're supposed to be protecting the sheep. There's a reason why there's a shepherd protecting the sheep and guiding the sheep, right? Because sometimes the sheep, you know, sometimes they can be misled, misguided, and they are prey to someone, right? So sheep are prey to wolves. So it's not that the shepherd did anything particularly to make the wolves come over and attack the sheep, right? But at the end of the day, the shepherd was responsible for the sheep. And so once the wolves came over to attack the sheep or whomever, it was the shepherd's responsibility to defend um, the less able, let's say that, um, or the less capable of defending themselves. So this is giving that whether this was you directly in an environment, there's other people in the environment, you directly defending them. It could actually be actual people, actual children, um, or even past energies that were um, that I don't want to say conquered, but in a way, yeah, kind of conquered by whatever this energy was that now made you an enemy or now, you know, locked in on you as a target. So it's almost like you avenge other people that they've done this same thing to. You've also avenged their spirits, okay? Passed on loved ones and all that. And the reason why I say that, so let's think about those family members who, hello, let's think about those family members who, or those couples that do take out their own partner for um, money, for revenge. Maybe they felt betrayed by this person, and so let's say they poisoned them to death, or they did something right in order to get rid of them, get their lit back. But let's say for whatever reason this was unjust, okay? It was a tit for tat type of dynamic. Um, and mind you, whatever entities are attached to this person that poisoned their partner or whatever and quote unquote got away with it, their partner died. Let's say you being the seer, this medium energy, whatever, um, your light triggers whatever entity or demonic energy drove them to even take vengeance into their own hands, and so they're triggered by you. Now they try to attack you in the same means of how they attacked that partner because they seemingly got away with it. It seemingly worked with them, right? They quote unquote had a success with that. So, what if sometimes you are aligned with people to bring justice or to kind of serve as God's vengeance by the simple fact that if, by their weapons of warfare, their carnal weapons of warfare, them launching those attacks onto you, it's not going to render the same results because you're not fighting by yourself. You're not fighting with carnal weapons. You're backed by the divine. So you're fighting with the divine. The divine is fighting through you, right? So it's like it's the fight is fixed basically. Um, I gotta get ready to go. So that's what I'm getting as far as the current energy right now. You got nine of wands, and the two of swords, and the three of swords. You see, I feel like this is somebody who's very skilled being appointed to a particular mission. It's somebody who's being appointed to take up a particular battle. Okay, a strong enemy, right? Because this person is very experienced with this nine of wands. Um, you see, like they're finalizing a decision. Like you, like I want it to be you, right? Um, And this is somebody who appears to have great wisdom, okay, and they're shaking on this. Um, hmm, fortress, fortified. Yeah, three of swords. So you're somebody that gets the job done, okay? I'm hearing I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know a nigga that could cover for me. Um, so you was the only one to get the job done in a situation, and there's something about somebody facing their portion of the deal where they're the only one to get their end of the bargain done or get the job done. You completed your portion of whatever that agreement was, that contract, that etherical contract agreement. You completed your end of the bargain. So there's individuals who are in the midst of completing their end of the bargain. Like if they want to completely free themselves from the strong enemy, the strong tower, whatever it is, like it's almost like okay, all y'all are in an environment where there's literal enemies there, right? Let's say your partner that you started off with, they get scary and shit, and they go somewhere and hide. And you already tell them, so this is what we're gonna do, this is the game plan, and this is how we're gonna escape. They get all, bitch made and stuff, and they go and run somewhere and hide. Like they act like they about to, bitch. And then you turn around, like when y'all out there swinging, and you see they not even on the battleground with you. Like what the hell? Like what? Okay, I gotta focus. So you stay focused, and you battle, and you it's just you battle to the point of you defeat basically everyone that's in the area where you are, right? And you're able to escape. But now, this person who should have been, with you, they should have just stuck with you. They don't went somewhere, and wherever they're hiding at, they're in an area where there's more enemies, or there's a great enemy or something like that. So now you gotta, even though y'all both could have been escaped, they expect you to turn around and basically risk your life again to go find them and try to get them out of whatever situation they're in, when it's like, no, like I fought all these people by myself. You can't fight this one person, these two. It don't matter how powerful you think the person is. Like, you're missing the point. The point is, it doesn't matter if it's a bunch of people. It doesn't matter if it's a giant, if it's a Goliath. At the end of the day, you're supposed to fight the fight with God. Fight the fight with God. Okay? Have faith in the divine so you can have faith in yourself. Like, that's the goal. Like, that's the point. Like, stop worrying about, I don't have, like, my weapon, my carnal weapon. I don't think this is enough ammo. I need something stronger than this. I need something with more impact. No, all you need is the divine, bro. Period. You feel me? Like, and you could kind of be mirroring this energy. And it's like very symbolic, y'all. You could be mirroring this energy. Like, look what I did with God. So why can't you, with God, conquer whatever, you're facing, or whatever you're afraid of, or I don't know. So somebody, what I was picking up is that, yo, you can't run from every battle to escape it. Like, sometimes you have to fight that fight, right? This is somebody who thought that if they just keep running, and if they keep avoiding, heavy emphasis on avoidance, that it will go away somehow. It will go away, or somebody else will do it. It'll disappear to go away. But instead, what ended up happening is that every time they turned their back against what this was, or they avoided facing this head on, heavy emphasis on Aries season. Aries is the energy of confrontation, okay, facing things head on, fire starter, combat, warfare, right? Warrior energy, that's Aries energy, right? Hey, if you want to be an emperor, you claim you're an emperor, or that's the status you want to get up to, you got to face some things head on, baby. If you want that, you want that emperor position. Period. So by this person avoiding the giant in their life, it literally just gave more life force energy, more arrogance, more courage, more ego. It fed the ego of the giant in their lives. And so things could be even more chaotic at this time. Yeah. Just see that dragon that's biting that sword, biting his sword. What time is it? I gotta go. I'm telling you, this card done came out twice. Like, somebody is undergoing some type of storm right now, or some type of chaos. Like, something is chaotic right now. Okay. And it may literally require, like, it may feel like it's requiring their all, like them giving something their all. Okay. To overcome. I'm so glad to have these cards. That Eight of Pentacles. Something requires a lot of work. Okay. Yeah. Got Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So, yeah. Somebody, or there's individuals who could definitely, yep, who definitely want to seek your assistance at this time. Okay. For them to escape something and conquer something here, overcome. And somebody definitely is paying for work on paying for work on somebody. Somebody could definitely get air sign. Yeah. Somebody definitely paid to have some work done to somebody else. Oh my goodness gracious. You got the Five of Pentacles and Dr. Buzzard, the courthouse. There could be something significant about a court situation, somebody trying to get some money out of somebody, or somebody definitely experienced some type of loss, or, mm, and Eight of Pentacles is out here twice. And the Six of Wands in the reverse, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like this is confirmation from the reading I did the other day about how one of the individuals only came out with like two arrows in their body, and the other one came out with like at least five, six arrows punctured throughout their body. Somebody, them getting through whatever this is how they're going to be looking. Like, very scathed. Okay? Like, you know how people say, how you go through something, you come out unscathed? Ah, yeah, nah. Yeah. Because, yeah, somebody, yeah. The goal is definitely to wear somebody out or somebody, I don't know, this could be anybody. There's definitely a lot of vengeful energy going on. You got Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, the Son of Knives. Like you saw this person is watching this house with a knife. This is infighting. You got the Three of Cups. This is infighting between a group here. These are people plotting. Oh my God. So this could be people fearing what a person is about to do, what they're gonna do. Something significant about the color blue. And yeah, okay. There's a lot of conversation about somebody being an ass. What the fuck is this? I gotta go though. I only got a few minutes. I gotta go. I'll come back and see what this is about later, y'all. But see you next time.